talking about imaginary situations using conditional sentences. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Wong. Today, we have some more grammar time. Look at Rex and Anna's emails again. Can you locate the conditional sentences with the word if? Here, if I were you, I'd be very nervous. If I were you, I'd listen to your doctor. Can you notice something different from what you have learned about conditional sentences? That's right. We use the word were and the word would. Here, we can use if to talk about situations that are not real. Look at the grammar table. Pay attention to the boxes in purple and blue. If clause, condition. Main clause, imaginary situation. If I were you, I would be very nervous. If I were Rex, I would listen to the doctor. Can I become you in real life? No, you can't. It's impossible. Can I become Rex in real life? No, we can't. We can't become someone else in real life. So we cannot use if will, because we know the situation will never happen in the future. But we can change the tense to talk about a situation that we imagine and is not real. To talk about imaginary situations, we use the simple past tense. In the if clause, we often use if I were you or if I were somebody to give advice. Do not use if I was. In the main clause, we use would instead of will. Look at the hint box here. I'd is the short form for I would. Now, let's compare these conditional sentences. Can you tell the difference? If I feel unwell, I will take a rest at home. If I were you, I would take a rest at home. If Andy misses the bus, he will be late for school. If I were Andy, I would take a taxi to school. Can you tell which two sentences are talking about possible results or possible future? That's right. It's the first sentence and the third one. Here we see we use the simple present tense for the condition and the future tense will to talk about the possible results. How about the other two sentences? Yes, they are talking about imaginary situations. Here, if I were you, I cannot be you. So this is a structure to give advice using the conditional sentence. And pay attention to the tense. We use the past tense were and would. Let's look at some examples. If I were you, I would work harder next time. We use conditional sentences with if to talk about imaginary situations. Here, this is the if clause saying the condition, if I were you. And here, the main clause talks about imaginary situation. I would work harder next time. We often use if I were you or if I were somebody to give advice. We do not use I was. If I were you, I'd work harder next time. I'd is the short form of I would. We use I'd in conversations and informal texts like personal letters and emails. Part A. Rex gets well after taking the medicine, but his friends are sick. He is giving them some advice. Role-play Rex and his friends with your partner. Cough, fever, headache, runny nose, stomachache, toothache. Example, Betty, see the doctor, take some cough medicine. 1. Ben, see the dentist. 2. Karen, drink more water, take lots of rest. 3. Frank, bring more tissues. 4. Chris, stay in bed, rest. 5. Anna, eat some congee. Betty, I've got a cough. Rex, if I were you, I'd see the doctor and take some cough medicine. Remember, when we are talking, we may use the contracted form in the conversations. I'd. Part B. Think of more suggestions for Rex's friends. Tell your partner what you would do if you were them. Do you have other advice for your friends so that they can feel better? Try to find some information on the internet. You can also ask your parents or grandparents for their experiences and suggestions.